Alright, let's get into this 500-mile review. So far, the bike has held up incredibly for 500 miles. And why I say that is because the lesser models, like the Chinese-looking Vespas, but they're not Vespas, they only go for like 1,000 to 1,100. They break down a lot. So I was actually pretty satisfied with the durability of this. I did the oil change myself. The oil I got from the shop was like massively contaminated. But the engine runs really well. Also, I did crash the bike. As you can see, the heat shield cover came off. It's just a clip-on. They have a white one online I'm trying to find. I seen it in another YouTube video, and I think it would go well with the whole scheme. But I can't find it, but I'm still looking for it. The only drawback of the 500 miles that I've been on is the drum brakes. The rear's a drum, the front's a caliper. It's almost non-existent in the back, so you do have to brake like really early, and it was good at first, but it just, I guess, got loose. I don't know, maybe it just got wore down. But the caliper up front is amazing. I just wish they had calipers in the back. I think drums, especially in the 2000 era, like 2020 thing, should be out because obviously discs are a lot better. So top speed I've gotten just like straight away, no downhill, little wing resistance, is 35 miles an hour. And again, I weigh 250, so that's pretty incredible. Downhill, the top speed I got was 40, so the absolute is 40, but going downhill. The bike does not like that at all. It just feels like when you're going 40 downhill, like the front end, just like the tire just feels like so that's not something I recommend doing over 40 on these. There's also a rumor on the engines on these online that I saw a couple of posts about, is that these engines lock up at 50 miles an hour. I don't know if that's true, but it's not something I want to test out. Not yet anyway, because I just got it, so I don't want to like tear it apart and have to rebuild another thing. I already got enough projects. So I think the only thing I'm going to do is probably take off the air filter and replace it. All parts on this are insanely cheap to buy. So if you want aftermarket carburetor, thing like that, and to make it go faster, rev faster, well, higher I should say, you can get those for a new carburetor, like $56, air filter 12 to 14. I mean, everything on this is really super cheap. The only kind of expensive thing is a new muffler, if you want something chrome, which I'm thinking about getting as well. Because again, the whole scheme is just works a lot better in my opinion. Even the springs in the middle, $15. You know, it's just incredible how like inexpensive parts are for these. Like, for example, if I brought like something from my truck, I'm looking, a lot of money. So I did, when I crashed the bike, I did break off my front blinker. I cement glued that back on. It works perfectly. And the only other piece that I broke was this tail light, but that's because I rolled it back into my sister's Jeep, and that broke off. These plastics are so flimsy. If I were to just like, you know, that would just fall off. So they do have their cheapness to them, even for a $2,000 model. But the coolest thing about this is that I get questions about this all the time. It gets mistaken for a Grom a lot. If you don't know what a Grom is, just look it up. This is basically the same as the 215 model of a Grom. So seeing that in this, it's like, wow, like it really does look like a Grom. Even today when I was going out to eat, a guy was standing outside and he was just asking me tons of questions. And because gas is so high and people, you know, like them. And for example, I was the only one in town with this. And now I've seen a turquoise one, I've seen a red one. A girl was actually riding the red one, and I saw another white one today, and my friend owns the black one. So the only one we haven't seen yet in the color that they make for these is dark blue. Gas is becoming very high, so people are, riding these a lot. And so, for example, I've for 500 miles, if I would have did that in my car, it would have cost me, oh my god, amounts of money. In this, it took me $20. That's Supreme. So that's not bad at all. Like I went to the gas station today to fill up for $3, and the girl was like, "What do you mean $3?" I was like, "Yeah, I ride a bike," and she was like, "Oh." So that's a little different. So the $1 million question is the bike worth it? Is it worth spending $2,000 on a moped? When for another $2,000 you can buy a Grom? And the answer is yes. I believe this is a absolutely amazing purchase, especially if you're looking to get into bikes. And for example, with your car, you don't need insurance for this like you do in your car. Gas mileage is like the best thing about it. Not only that, but it looks like a Grom, a motorcycle, and it gets mistaken for all the time. So, it has great acceleration, nice cruising speed. You got 30 to 34 miles tops. And it's good. So if you're thinking about getting one, just don't hesitate. Just buy it. So anyways, if you like this video, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. That helps me out amazingly. And I can't wait to bring you more content on the moped and what I do to it and what I upgrade on it. And I will definitely see you in the next one. Bye.